Today we embark on a journey into one of the most beloved fruits of the humid tropics, soursop. From its unusual creamy texture to its centuries-old cultural roots, this is a fruit that has transcended geography, cuisine, and healing traditions. What makes soursop special is not only its sweetness but also the biological and anthropological story that it carries. When you see its spiky green shell, you're looking at thousands of years of regional cultivation traditions. Across markets in Jamaica, Haiti, Mexico, Honduras, Sierra Leone, and Brazil, this fruit shapes seasonal rhythms. Whether eaten fresh, brewed as leaf tea, blended into nectar beverages, cooked into desserts, or turned into candy, soursop is more than food, it's a memory. Soursop, Annona muricata, occupies a unique place in botanical history, food anthropology, and modern nutritional science. Its earliest domestication traces back to tropical Central America, particularly along humid lowland forests where Annona species diversified naturally. Archaeological research suggests that indigenous cultures recognized the fruit both as a food source and as an herbal asset, integrating it into daily consumption patterns, rituals, and localized pharmacology. Over centuries, trade movements brought the fruit into the Caribbean islands, sub-Saharan Africa, Oceania, and later Southeast Asia. One of the hallmarks of soursop is its sensory complexity. The fruit has a thick green rind covered with soft protrusions that resemble mild spikes, yet once opened, the interior is dramatically delicate. The white pulp has a custard-like consistency, soft, moist, and tasting like a layered blend of strawberry, pineapple, and creamy vanilla banana tones. This complexity is the result of esters, aldehydes, and volatile compounds that develop during ripening. The seeds, dark and glossy, remain inedible but structurally important for fruit reproduction, dispersal, and seed oil extraction. Historically, the fruit was an important nutritional reservoir for communities without access to refrigeration or elaborate storage systems. Fresh soursop pulp is dense in carbohydrates, dietary fiber, vitamin C, and bioactive phytonutrients. The leaves, which are used as infusions, contain acetogenins, natural compounds that have been studied extensively in pharmacological research. These compounds have led to global interest in the medicinal properties of the fruit, particularly in cancer-related literature. However, the scientific consensus remains cautious, emphasizing that real-world benefits are not equivalent to laboratory-isolated biochemical observations. Beyond its nutritional dimension, soursop represents economic identity. In Caribbean agricultural cycles, harvest periods dictate street vending rhythms. Vendors often announce ripe fruit availability through neighborhood calls, and households respond immediately, knowing the fruit spoils easily due to its moisture-rich pulp. This perishability shaped regional consumption habits long before refrigeration became accessible. Instead of storing it whole, communities began processing it into beverages, pulps, frozen pastes, jams, and sherbets. Caribbean soursop juice in particular stands as one of the most defining beverages of local street culture. The expansion of global wellness markets led to a renewed fascination with the fruit, especially in North America and Europe. Health shop shelves began stocking soursop-based supplements, powders, concentrates, and leaf teas. Smoothie bars adopted it as a luxury ingredient, often describing it as an antioxidant-rich superfruit. The same cultural cycle transformed once regional fruits, such as acai, mangosteen, and guava. Soursop subsequently became part of a broader, tropical identity narrative, representing purity, natural origin, and exotic heritage. Agricultural systems adapted accordingly. Farmers established export-focused plantations in Mexico, Honduras, Costa Rica, Colombia, Kenya, and Southeast Asia. Modern plantations use controlled irrigation, shade management, and pollination strategies to balance yield quality. While manual pollination remains labor-intensive, it helps secure fruit uniformity. Meanwhile, local farms still follow traditional harvesting rhythms tied to lunar cycles or seasonal humidity shifts. The culinary journey extends far beyond commercial juicing. In Central America, ripe pulp is blended with cane sugar, milk, and ice to create thick shakes. In Jamaica, classic soursop ice creams became summertime staples. In Trinidad and Tobago, preserves and nectar-based beverages define household gatherings. In Brazil, the fruit merges into graviola-based desserts with regional flair. In West Africa, soursop has become a seasonal delicacy integrated into modern street beverages and festive cuisine. Its symbolism endures in cultural memory, particularly through diaspora communities. For many, soursop rekindles a sense of homeland, childhood, and warm climate identity. Even outside tropical regions, immigrants maintain culinary traditions by importing frozen pulp blocks, turning them into juices reminiscent of home. Thus, the story of soursop is not simply agricultural. It is an emotional, economic, medicinal, and sensory journey, one that continues to evolve as global demand grows. From indigenous forest origins to contemporary wellness markets, soursop remains one of the most compelling fruits ever documented.